Hello students, let us continue chapter 12 electricity. Today we are going to discuss our next topic, resistance of a system of resistors, including that resistance in series and parallel. But before that, let us have some examples. Example 12.3. First part, how much current will an electric bulb draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohms? And the second part, how much current will an electric heater coil draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the heater coil is 100 ohms? So let us start. The first part, we are given here voltage is equal to 220 volts while resistance is 1200 volt, and we have the equation V is equal to IR or I is equal to V upon R. That is I is equal to 220 upon 1200. 0.18 ampere. Next part, we are given voltage is equal to 220 volts while resistance is 100 ohms, and the equation we have V is equal to IR, or we can say I is equal to V upon R. So I is 220 volts upon R is 100 ohms, and it gives 2.2 ampere. So the difference of current drawn by an electric bulb and the electric heater from the same 220 volt source. Next, example 12.4. The potential difference between the terminals of an electric heater is 60 volts when it draws a current of 4 ampere from the source. What current will be the heater draw if the potential difference is increased by 120 volts? So let us start. Solution. We are given here potential difference V is equal to 60 volts while current is 4 ampere. Now according to Ohm's law, we have V is equal to Ri or R is equal to V upon I, where V is 60 volts divided by I is equal to 4 ampere. It gives 15 ohms. When the potential difference is increased to 120 volts, the current is given by current I is equal to V upon R, which is equal to 120 volts upon 15 ohms, and it gives 8 ampere. So the current through the heater becomes 8 ampere. Next, example 12.6. A wire of given material having length L and area of cross section A has a resistance of 4 ohms. What would be the resistance of another wire of the same material having length half, that is L upon 2, and area of cross section twice, that is twice A. So let us start here for the first wire, that is R1. It is rho upon L upon A, rho into L upon A, where rho is the constant of proportionality we have discussed, is given 4 ohms. And for the second wire R2 is equal to rho L upon 2 upon twice A, and on solving we will get 1 upon 4 rho L upon A, and on comparing R1 and R2 we will get R2 is equal to 1 upon 4 R1, and hence R2 is equal to 1 ohm and the resistance of new wire will be 1 ohm. Next, resistance of a system of resistors. In preceding sections we learned about some simple electric circuits. So we have noticed how the current through a conductor depends upon its resistance and the potential difference across its ends. In various electrical gadgets, we often use resistors in various combinations. We now therefore intend to see how Ohm's law can be applied to combinations of resistors. There are two methods of joining the resistors together. The first method shows in the first diagram shows an electric circuit in which 3 resistors having resistances R1, R2 and R3 respectively are joined end to end. Here the resistors are said to be connected in series. While in second figure shows the combination of resistors in which 3 resistors are connected in parallel. Now, resistors in series. To understand this concept, let us have an activity, activity 12.4, to study the series combination of resistors. So, let us start. Join 3 resistors of different values in series. Connect them with a battery, an ammeter and a plug key. As shown in the figure, You may use the resistors of values like 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, etc. and a battery of 6 volt for performing this activity. Plug the key, note the ammeter reading, then change the position of the ammeter to anywhere in between the resistors. Note the ammeter reading each time. Do you find any change in the value of the current through the ammeter? So let us observe the ammeter reading is nearly about 1 ampere. When the position of the ammeter is changed to anywhere between the resistors, its reading remains the same. The current flowing through it and through each part of the circuit, or we can say through each resistor, is the same. Then there will be no current flowing through the ammeter change. Okay, there will be no change. Then the conclusion. The value of the current in the ammeter is the same, independent of its position in the electric circuit. Now, in a series combination of resistors, the current is the same in every part of the circuit. That is, the same current flows through each resistor. This is due to the reason that the current has only one path to flow. Next, activity 12.5. To show that in a series combination of resistors, the total potential difference across the combination divides itself across the individual resistors. So let us start. In activity 12.4, insert a voltmeter. The diagram will be same. Insert a voltmeter across the ends X and Y of the series combination of 3 resistors as shown in the figure. Now plug the key in the circuit and note the voltmeter reading. It gives the potential difference across the series combination of resistors. So let it be V. Then now measure the potential difference across the 2 terminals of the battery. Compare the 2 values. Take out the plug key and disconnect the voltmeter. Now insert the voltmeter across the ends X and P, the next level of the first resistors as shown in the figure again. Then the next thing. Plug the key and measure the potential difference across the first resistor. Let it be V1. Now similarly measure the potential difference across the other 2 resistors separately. And let these values be V2 and V3. Deduce the relationship between V, V1, V2 and V3. Now potential difference across the first resistor R1 is found to be V1 using voltmeter. Similarly, with the help of voltmeter, potential difference across resistors R2 and R3 separately are found out to be V2 and V3 respectively. This is our observation in the experiment, and it is found out that V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So, let us proceed towards the conclusion. In a series combination of different resistors, the potential difference across different resistors is different. That is, if R1 is not equal to R2 or not equal to R3, then definitely V1, V2 and V3 will not be equal. The total potential difference across the combination is equal to the sum of potential difference across each of the resistors. That is, total potential difference across the combination divides itself across the individual resistors. So V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now let us derive the formula of equivalent resistance, or we can say the explanation of series combination of resistors. So, 2 or more than 2 resistors are said to be connected in series if they are joined end to end and the same current flows through each one of them when a potential difference is applied across the combination. We have just discussed these things in the last activity. So, according to the last activity, 3 resistors with resistance R1, R2 and R3 are connected in series across the points A and B. Here, current I flowing through each of the resistors R1, R2 and R3 is the same. Is it clear? Current is same, but the total potential difference of the battery V is divided according to the resistances between the two ends of the respective resistors. So, if the potential difference across R1, R2 and R3 be V1, V2 and V3 respectively, then we can write V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. We have proved this in the activity 12.45. Then if the resistor with resistance Rs, instead of these three resistors with resistances R1, R2 and R3 is connected in the circuit in such a way that the current flowing through the circuit remains the same as I. That means current will be same throughout. Then Rs, that is resistance in series, is the combination. It is also called equivalent resistance of the combination. And on applying Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, or we can say V is equal to IRS, because resistance in series. We can write down IRS is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, as voltage is continuously changing. So on applying Ohm's law to the three resistors separately, we can write V1 is equal to IR1, V2 is equal to IR2 and V3 is equal to IR3. Hence IRS is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3, or simply RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Thus, the equivalent resistance Rs of the series combination is equal to the sum of the individual resistances and is thus greater than any of the individual resistance. Let's suppose if n resistors with resistance R1, R2 up to Rn are connected in series, then we can write Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 up to Rn. So students, this is the series combination of resistors. I hope you understood this topic as it is very important. Then thank you for listening.